Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We are live from Grosile, St. Lucia, Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium for the second day of games in the Free Kick Youth Cup St. Lucia, held by the Free Kick Foundation, an organization with the mandate to support the development of youth through football, soccer, if you're coming from us, if you're coming from the United States or Canada. Today, we will see for the first time in the tournament the team from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Vincy Ballers. All my Vincy people, big up. Your team is here and they are ready to mark their influence on this tournament this afternoon, and they will be up against a very, very composed and solid Little Haiti FC team. We saw Little Haiti yesterday show both their individual talent and how structured they were as a team. We recall from the Little Haiti team how strong not only their unity was on the field, but the supporters that were behind them 100% here in St. Lucia, pushing them, and no doubt the supporters watching in both Haiti, big and small, in Miami, Little Haiti based in Miami, from an area that is renowned for the culture and the spirit and the vibe of Haiti. It's definitely a place you should visit when in Miami. And they will be up against Vincy Ballers, the pride of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We are very excited for them to be here. They arrived yesterday. This is their first day playing, and we're very excited to see what this St. Vincent team has to offer. In this inaugural Free Kick Youth Cup, we've seen teams from the United States of America. Later this afternoon, for the first time, we will see a team from England. We have seen teams from Antigua, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados. I mentioned Antigua, and we're very excited to kick off. At the same time, in the far end of the field, you might be able to get a glimpse of it later on, will be the next fixture happening at the same time, which will be St. Lucia Select. They will be playing Real Betis, Trinidad and Tobago. And we saw both teams play yesterday. They had a lot to offer in terms of creativity, in terms of their own style of football, and of course, very, very exciting goals. But today, the focus of this stream will be on, for the first time playing in this tournament, in their yellow and blue strips with the green colors, the colors of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vincy Ballers will go up against Little Haiti FC from Miami, United States of America. The referees are about ready. The teams are ready. The Vincy Ballers team is raring to go. The teams both do their respective warrior cries, and we await the referee to kick off this game, the first to be broadcasted today on the second day of the Free Kick Youth Cup tournament. Immediately after this game, we will have for you Excel from Isle of Wight in England. Excel Academy will be up against Trinity Nationals on this very pitch immediately after at 4 p.m. You will see that game. And we're off. Little Haiti starts with the kickoff and immediately goes deep to try to launch an attack against Vincy Ballers, and for that they will win a throw-in. The players this afternoon, starting for the Vincy Ballers. In goal, we have Josh Stowe, number 16. Left back, we have Rayson Mateus. Number 14, we have Thomas. Number 4 centre back, we have Moraine. We have Alexander, number 6. Number 2, Ford. Number 20, Kishon Alexander. Number 3, Duvani Williams. Number 15, on the left side, we have Jaquan Adams. Number 8, Jamari Davis, playing the right midfielder. Number 19, Bishon Richards. Sorry, Javon Adams, Kishon Alexander, and Ford are not currently starting, but instead we have Denzel Bascom. He's number 9 as a center forward, and we have Phillips as number 10, who is the traditional number 10 role as a central attacking midfield.
Forward, and we have Phillips as number 10.
So on the bench today, we'll probably get some time later in this match of this tournament. We have the backup keeper, Bristol. Number 0, we have both Ford and Alexander, number 2 and 20 respectively. Adams at number 15, Pierre number 7, and Edwards number 18, who you'll probably see later on. The starting lineups for Little Haiti FC, who we saw yesterday. We have number 4, Seju, number 15, Geraldo Pierre, number 12, Bruno Meludi, number 3, Brian Benoit, who we saw in the game yesterday, number 6, Mozil, number 10, Jalen Vilsaint, number 17, Kenji Vertiu-Dois. I know I haven't pronounced that last name correctly. Number 7, Junior, of course, Lamotte, who we saw yesterday do a lot of good things on the field. Number 9, Carl Laurent. Number 11, Stanley Guillaume, who we also saw yesterday exhibiting some level of skill. Number 13, Edson. Number 14, Pierre. And number 8. So I'll take you through the players as the game goes on, but that will be the roster for Little Haiti. The Little Haiti keeper, of course, Ricardo, who was very composed in the goal yesterday, Nicholas. But back on the pitch now, we see Vincy Baller is in possession and about to launch attack with a free kick. It looks like Matthias is going to kick this one. He puts it inside. It's still alive. The Little Haiti has not been able to clear it. Now they do, but it's still in danger. And a well-connected volley, but a little high by the Vincy Baller striker. So now Lil Haiti will again construct the attack, always done in a very disciplined way out the back. Goes out to Jaquan, who plays it back in, and then they try to go long. Little miscommunication there on the Lil Haiti FC team. The Little FC team always very, very vocal, keeping their spirits up. You see Matthias here shielding the ball very well. Not able to clear it. It goes to Stanley Guillaume, who puts across, but it's dealt with. Vinci trying to get it out, and they eventually do for a throw. So Matthias at center back, left back, is obviously trying to let the Little Haiti attackers know it's not going to be that easy to score early goals. So we hear the cries of a goal on the top field, but we keep our focus here as we see Little Haiti keeping possession of the ball, trying to build. The linesman called Stanley offside, indeed he was, and it is going to be a free kick for Vincy Baller, and it looks like Matthias who is going to do the honors. Matthias looking for his options, goes in, and it is not dealt adequately by the wing back for Little Haiti, Brian Benoit, and it will mean that there will be a corner for Vinci, who kick it early and take a shot over the top. They seem like they are ready, and in that case it was number 9, Denzel Bascom, with the shot. Another good shot from outside, and the keeper has to do work. The keeper, Nicholas, has to do work to deal with that, to allow shots so easily, so early in the game. And the Vincy Ballers are really immediately trying to stamp their authority on this game very early in it. And that was Cordell Delaware, tall figure with a nice shot on goal. What is the first major save of the day? But Nicholas Ricardo in goal dealt with it very, very competently, as he has been doing for this tournament. So Vincy Ballers are here to surprise Little Haiti. They are fresh. They have not played a game. They have that advantage. So they're all fresh legs, and they plan to take an early lead. Nicholas kicks that one upfield, Ricardo, and puts it to his equal number on the other side. And then Vinci again tries to mount an attack through Matthias. It's a handball. I do not think that he knew anything about it, but it is going to be a handball nonetheless. And they played very quickly. Again, the tall figure of Delaware trying to take control of the middle, and the calls are not going Little Haiti's way, and they allow their passion to show that. But their team, they have a fighting spirit. So now we see Delaware going up front to use his height to try to put one in the net. They go high, it goes low, it comes off the back, comes up very unorthodox. I'm not sure if he was ducking to get away from the pace of the shot, or it was intentional from Bascom. Either way, it would have been no doubt the most unorthodox goal that we have seen in this tournament thus far, and it would have made for a great highlight reel. But the ball is back in Nicholas Ricardo's domain as he tries to build it. He opts to go long, maybe a bit too long for the shorter than usual Darren Sammy pitch on field 1. And Vinci, the referee, is calling it back. The referee is asking him to kick it over. And Alexander will have to do it again. Plays it into his teammate, who is not able to control it. That looks like a shot over by Stanley. Keeper is on it, and the linesman has signaled that the ball has gone. He took down his flag after the fact. Very interesting that he raised it, signaling that it crossed the line, and then after pulled down his flag, what created a sort of bizarre chance that Little Haiti was not able to capitalize on. Matthias behind it. Oh, he trips up a bit while trying to clear, but he's back in possession. Attempts to make a nice pass, but that's cut out by Benoit. And Alexander not able to capitalize on it. So Benoit looks for his options. He goes up line, and number 17 Kenji is trying to turn, but Delaware did not allow him to turn. Again, Benoit looks for his option. He goes deep. The linesman raises his flag. I'm not sure if it's for offside or whether it was a push in the back. Nonetheless, it will be a free kick that Morian will take. He's not able to go all the way. He's not able to pass. And now Benoit tries to get out. He loses possession. It's back in the hands of Vinci. Nobody has clear possession at the moment. Morian tries to be composed out to the back. They go over to Matthias. Matthias goes down line over the top. And a critical big toe on the right side by Pierre to save what would have otherwise been a great through ball. There's nothing effective in football like a big toe. So what we see in the Caribbean, choke that ball out of play to prevent what would otherwise be an attack 2-on-1 with the keeper. So Vinci back in possession, and they go across the goal. Little Haiti isn't able to deal with it, and another shot from the lanky midfielder. He just had a great shot. This last shot, perhaps a little less great, but we appreciate the effort. So he drops back, seeing that Nicholas has been going long, and the referee says play on. Stanley has gone down, but the referee has time for him to make sure he's all right, but is not giving him time with respect to the call. And yes, so Devani Williams, who is that holding midfielder there, he took a great shot to start us off, trying to maintain possession from the base of the midfield. And of course, his height will be an asset for those long balls that Nicholas is playing. So Stanley goes down again. It is cleared out by Williams, and it will be a throw-in for Little Haiti. Coach spraying on his players. Ball taking a little while to come back into play, and on the far side it looks like Pierre is the one to take the throw. He goes up line and he finds Stanley Guillaume, and the referee calls, not sure what he called, but it's a free kick Maybe Stanley was holding, Stanley Guillaume, but now it's left with Matthias to find his players in the attacking third. And he also looks towards Williams, who shows up. He goes over the top, and Little Haiti get it out of danger with some effort. Sejour got the first header, but then after that, Pierre made perhaps hard work out of the second clearance. But in the end, safety first. Safety first, but on your seatbelts. So up in the far field, I believe we have the score 1-0 to St. Lucia Select against Real Betis, but still very early in it. And back to play here now. Vincy Baller with a corner, trying to put it in. It's up and in. They have not booked it. Now it is out of danger. Little Haiti gets it out. It is still inside. Benoit behind it. Williams puts it out, and it is going to be cleared for 6 runs on top of the roof of the stadium here at Darren Sammy. So the referees are going to use a backup ball. So Kenji being called into play here. Benoit looking for Kenji. Now both players duck, strangely. And Matthias goes outside. Matthias plays it up line. It is still in play. A little skill from Lil Haiti. And now Vinci's in possession. Vinci launching an attack, a beautiful through pass. Is he able to catch it? He grabs the tail, he keeps it in play. The linesman said it went out. A beautiful pass. This Vinci team means business. They mean business. They mean business. They have had the better of the chances thus far. The midfield in the center circle has done what they can to keep the pressure on. And here we have a breakaway. He puts it back on top and he takes a right foot shot. But it is blocked. It's not going to be that easy. Little Haiti acknowledge the pressure, but they do not accept the shot on goal. Throw in their frames to protect Nicholas in goal. But nonetheless, a nice shot by Bascom. And some nice interplay by the Vinci team. Nice interplay by the Vinci team. Vinci team really settling nicely. It's going to be a throw. Looks long, and the referee allows it to play, even though no, he calls it back now. He calls it back. It was a foul throw to begin with, and the ball will go back to Pierre, probably, who is going to bring us back into action. That's not Pierre, that is, looks like Bruno. Matthias with an odd chest strap, but it does its job. And now we see Williams goes over the top, almost, but Benoit is easily 6 feet and will not allow that to do what it needs to do. They will have to go 6 feet and 3 inches to beat Benoit with that ball. And now they have open. Oh, midfielder had a shot on, but good interception. And Vinci back into it. And Vinci really taking a hold of this game. Jalen Vilsa, however, who was very effective yesterday, trying to control the midfield for Little Haiti, decides he will not let that pass. Ball goes up and into the box. It's still up. Vinci still in possession, using some trickery, but there's trickery on both sides. Williams comes outside patiently. Vinci now playing with a lot of composure. Stanley comes back to his favorite right side, where he was very effective yesterday. He decides to take 3 players for a run. And he has won a throw-in for it, but more importantly, it's interesting to see how Stanley, the players, coaches no doubt saw how dangerous he was yesterday. He drew 3 players towards him, so had that cross actually penetrated, it could have posed some problems for the Vinci boys. So Benoit looking for his options. He has, of course, Vilsa. Close, he looks for Stanley, but it goes out. Vilsa is under it, and it is still not out of danger. Williams puts it up, and he chases on. Nicholas calls off the players. He's in control. He looks at Pierre, but changes his mind. He goes long over the top. A nice ball. He played that ball like a center midfielder. And now the Little Haiti attacking Williams. Keeps it in. Oh, naughty Williams. Williams showing his skill, the tall defender. Showing that he does not just have height, but he has a lot of skill as well. And he intends to use it to his benefit. Morian keeps the ball out of danger, keeps it out of the Vinci box. Vinci causing a lot of problems here for a very talented Little Haiti team, but they would be mistaken to think that Little Haiti has any intentions of easing the pressure on them. And as you see, the referee appeal for handball. The referee says play on. Nicholas back in control. Ricardo. He goes long again. He intends to. Stanley's behind it. Stanley, as we know, is very quick, and he still has the ball. He puts a crossover. It is not out of danger, and it is still in possession. And again, oh no, a nervous pass, but Pierre is there. Pierre is there. Seju puts it out. So Junior and Stanley Guillaume seems to have changed sides, with, of course, Laurent as the number 9 striker. Junior created a lot of problems on this left side in the second half yesterday, and he's doing the same thing on the left side today. And they have brought Stanley back on the right side where he was very dangerous. Nice footwork and a nice cross, and it goes just outside. Just outside. Little Haiti is living on the edge. Cordell, Dalloway almost put that one in the back post. Very good footwork and a swift cross from the right side. This Vinci team is well organized. Everyone in St. Vincent and the Grenadines should be proud of the way they have been playing so far, because this is a very good Little Haiti team and they are keeping them at bay. Nicholas Ricardo goes long again. Morian is under it. Vilsa. And is he going to get it? No. He is not going to get it. So Alexander has to clear it out. Alexander has a big job ahead of him, marking Stanley Guillaume. Morian with the clearance. It goes high. Vilsa is under it. Little Haiti recover and they decide to reset. They look for options. They go out to Stanley, who, if he was maybe 8 feet taller, he may have had that. But diminutive figure Stanley, but very, very, very skillful. Nice attempt inside by Dalloway, but it will not get past Benoit. Stanley showing great sportsmanship, wearing the captain armband today for Little Haiti, helping up Dalloway, and that is exactly the spirit that the Free Kick Foundation is trying to foster. Vilsa goes up. Skillful Williams. Oh, good football here. Very good football, but it is very difficult to get past Vilsa. He is very, very composed. He has a lot of skill, and he foils that attack. Little Haiti back. Oh, Stanley looking like a ninja. Oh, wow, he still has the ball. Very resilient. And now it's Junior. Junior tries to make a pass. And Vilsa is looking at his option. He gets around one. He gets around two, and he goes last post. Very good work. Those 3 players, very dangerous. Those 4 actually. But in that particular case, it was Stanley who showed some ninja-like acrobatics, getting up above what others would consider his height, controlling the ball, being tackled, getting around his defender, which in that case was Williams, and carrying on to give Junior an opportunity on goal. Junior opted to pass rather than shoot. We know how dangerous he can be at shooting. And in the end, advantage Vinci. So Vinci go out to Matias. Matias tries to put a through ball, but it is foiled and Junior sees it out. Bruno out on that left side now. Seems to have switched with Pierre, and he is not letting anything pass. Coach urging them to maybe pull it out of that side and transition through the two midfielders to come out on this side where Dalloway was waiting for it. Bascom calling his players, hoping to get an opportunity, hoping to stick one past the goal. And now we see Bruno with a throw inside. It's not going to get past Williams. And Vilsan with it. Always very composed, lanky Vilsan. And again, as I give away, Vinci is inside. Vinci looking for options. Back to the goal. Maybe it took a little too long and it allowed the Lil Haiti to recover. They still have it, and a foul just on top of the box. This is going to be a free kick, the most dangerous position for the game. A lot of the players are around it for the Vinci posse. Get ready to celebrate perhaps. Players are around it. Phillips is around it, I see. I also see Alexander is looking at it. Williams was looking at it, but it seems he's stepping back. So Alexander is there. Williams is there. Phillips is there. Williams leaves. So it seems like they're going to leave it to either Phillips or Alexander. No one will know, of course, until the kick is taken. Nicholas waiting it, and it's put right into the wall. Solid kick, but into the wall by good skill, but he loses in the end, and now it's a breakaway. Stanley, not the man you want to have with the ball. Great work in defense, great work covering in the back, and now it's Vinci team who is on the attack. So that Matias there when they needed him most. Not often do you see him on this left side of the field, but he came back to cover and he stopped what was otherwise an onslaught led by the little Haitian assassin Stanley Guillaume. 3 men against him, and he did well to foil that attack, and his team and country no doubt will be proud of that. So we go back with a throw-in from Bruno on the right side. It is up in the air, anybody's ball. Still anybody's ball. Moran is under, but the keeper calls him off and handles it. Dalloway, can he get it? No, he cannot. That was hit the pitch like a Michael Holding fast ball or pace bowling for those who are familiar with cricket. Fast ball for those of you from North America who may not be as familiar. So Benoit looking for his option. Stanley wants it. Stanley gets it. Goes over the top. But it is cleared out by Alexander, and the referee is going to call for a throw. Benoit again. Pierre calls fit. He's not going to get it. William kicks it out, and Benoit, no doubt, taking his share of throws. He may have had more throws than kicks for the game. He looks. He goes to Pierre. They try to play composed. Good ball in, but the keeper is safely behind it. So Josh Stowe comes back out. No, it seems to have gone out for a throw, so Alexander is going to throw it in. Dalloway using his size, but the field does not comply. And Benoit again looks for options. Stanley wants it, and his time is over the top. Laurent is behind it, but Williams says no, sir. So Alexander begging Dalloway to be ready. And he goes inside to Williams. Williams taking 2 nice touches with his legs. Dalloway, he wins it. He got past. It's very tough to avoid a 2-pass. And they played very quickly. And now the attack is down the left side. An early cross that one bounce to the boundary. Had he put a little more pace on it, it could have gone for 6. But the fans in the stands behind are going to have to settle for 4 runs in the Darren Sammy Stadium today with that shot. Field a little shorter than these players would have been accustomed to. The Vinci team playing on it for the first time, so no doubt it will take them a while to adjust. Moraine clears that one out, and now Vinci has the ball. Great composure under pressure, and a shot for a post, and Nicolas Ricardo has to do some work. He takes two bites of the cherry and he's back out and looking for his option. They look for Stanley. Laurent is on it. Alexander gets it out. And again, this Vinci team does not stop attacking. Dalloway comes inside. Good skill. Callaway's behind it. Dalloway's behind it. And it's going to be overhead kick. No, not this time. But they still have pressure. And Bruno sees it out. He sees it out in some discomfort. So we have seen what Bascom can do. Denzel Bascom showing his trickery, showing his ability to move in the box with both feet, showing a lot of skill. No doubt his friends and family are not at all surprised by it. He probably has a lot of victims on the football fields of St. Vincent from what we are seeing here today. But not this time. Ricardo and company are in control again. Ricardo puts his hands on his hips as if to say, show up guys. Okay, looks for his option with his left foot. He goes out now through the center. Laurent is behind it. He's not able to get it. And it goes to his opposite number, Stowe. Josh Stowe, who doesn't pick it up until now, apparently. So Josh Stowe decides to throw. He looks for Dalloway, but Benoit at over 6 feet tall, but it feels like 9 feet, heads it out, and Alexander is going to take the throw. The referee just calming down the players, throwing a bit of cool water on the spirit of these players. It is in St. Lucia, 2:40 p.m. and these players have been marinating in this heat, so no doubt passions will arise. So now Little Haiti have the ball. Well, nobody has it now. It's a battle between Bruno, and Bruno does well. He goes out to pair, but Alexander wins it. Alexander looks for his options. He decides to go over the top, and then he changed his mind, and just a little bit of miscommunication there, which is very understandable because he really did look for that pass far, changed his mind, and he caught everybody with it, even his own left wing partner, Dalloway. So Nicholas is going to, again, bring it out. Very, very unfamiliar position for Nicolas Ricardo to be in, having to take so many goal kicks. Little Haiti was very comfortable defensively, so he had far less work to do. But today, Vincy Ballers are making him work for his meals. Benoit goes line over Laurent. Dalloway on it. He goes inside. Junior tries to get around, but he does not. Williams is back to Matthias, who goes outside to decide whether to go over the top, and Bruno puts his leg in the way, and it's still in play. Williams under it. Good touch by Bascom, but not good enough, but Williams is there for him. And Williams decides to reset. Moran comes outside and 5 more feet. And it would have been a nice attempt to widen the play by Alexander. But this field is smaller than usual, so the players again, the Vinci team has to adjust. So Moran gets it out towards a shoulder from Dalloway, but it is not working in his favor. So this time Stanley has decided to change it up and take control over the throw-in. Skipper's prerogative, and he is christened on his maiden throw-in by the linesman who calls him for a foul throw. So it is never too late to be disciplined. So Alexander goes down the line, and Benoit is being very stingy on this line, not letting Dalloway get anything at all. Pierre puts his head on it, Williams behind it, pulls away. Stanley makes a nice pass inside. Good turn by Laurent. Laurent makes a nice through ball, and Stowe has gotten his body behind it. So Vinci in possession again, and they win a throw. Oh, sorry, the ball is Sejou, who is wanted for his team, and he puts it in, but he gives it back to Vinci, who then puts it out of play and earns Little Haiti another throw-in. So Bruno is probably going to be back for that, with, of course, always in close quarters, Sejou. So Pierre seems to have dropped into a more central role. Laurent, not Laurent, but Junior has come back into the middle a bit. Kenji also dropping back a bit. They are aware now of what this Vinci team can do. So they are ensuring that their structure is there. Williams, lanky figure of Williams, decided not to. Okay, now he's decided to go inside. They want to make something out of this. Matthias is behind it. He goes over the top, but it is in the safe hands of Nicholas. Nicholas looks to ignite a counter-attack, but it is not available. So he comes outside, and the through pass is not successful. And now Bascom is on the attack. And the referee looks at that. There's an appeal, but there's not a lot in it. And it is going to be a goal kick for Little Haiti. Nicholas looking towards Vincent and Stanley. Stanley ushering for it, but he opts to go towards Laurent. Alexander heads it to safety in the open space on the left-hand side of the field in Vinci's direction. In the middle of the park, Vinci team trying not to let Little Haiti get into that groove that they were in yesterday. Benoit taking back over the responsibilities of the throw-in. He goes long, Stanley's under it, Laurent is under it, and it goes back to Pierre. Stowe calls fit, and so shall he receive. And a nice pass outside. Is he going to get it? No, he's not going to get it. A good idea. Trying to launch a quick counter, Josh Stowe, but there's just too little real estate for him to be able to complete that pass. And Bruno is going to take his time in getting the ball to give his teammates a well-deserved few seconds break. They did play yesterday for 80 minutes, close to 90, and now they're back here again. So this tournament definitely taking a toll on the players. The coaches try to rotate their players, but this Vinci team, bearing in mind that this is their first game, so they have the advantage in terms of being fresh fresh from Kingston and ready to go. So they're going to continue to press and wear out this team however they can. Nicholas Ricardo goes over the top. Nora is behind it. Oh, nice, clever pass by Vilsa. Some cute football here by Little Haiti. And Morian saying that no cuteness in this zone. It comes off the face of Alexander. Vilsa is behind it, but equally tall Williams. And that will be halftime here as we see a very, very competitive first half where the boys from St. Vincent, Vincy Ballers, giving an incredible account of themselves, representing their community and their country as, I would dare say, take control of this game against a very, very talented Little Haiti. We should all be proud of them across the Caribbean and what they're showing today. And we take a short break for halftime as we await second half. So, stadium in St. Lucia. The score 0-0 between Vincy Ballers and Lil Haiti. This is Vincy Baller's first game, and we have the coach of one of the English team, one team from the United Kingdom, Jacob Tom, and they are going to play in the game that follows. And we just wanted to ask him a few questions. And first, how do you feel about being in St. Lucia and having you guys come down here and play in this weather?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's the weather's amazing. It's very similar to at home. We get a lot of rain, but we get the added warmth. So yeah, it's just beautiful.
Has it been the first time that a lot of guys in your team have been to St. Lucia in the Caribbean?
It's the first time any of them that have been outside of the St. Lucia are in St. Lucia.
Yeah.
We've got 3 St. Lucians playing today, but the rest of them have never been to St. Lucia before.
Awesome. What are you looking forward and expecting out here today when your team comes out this afternoon?
Lots of passion, some good football, work rate, most of all probably enjoyment. Obviously we travelled a long way to be here, soak up the atmosphere, and kind of add into what's already been going on for the last day and a half now.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Excel performance and what they're about, where they're based and what's not.
So as Excel, we're based on the Isle of Wight, which is a tiny island at the bottom of the south coast of England. Our mission very much aligns to Free Kick Youth Cup, and we're trying to use the power of football to inspire young generation male, female footballers to unlock opportunities, whether that's academy football, whether that's going and representing their district, their county, and allowing that platform and providing opportunities that maybe people aren't already providing.
Awesome. Well, that is also, you're right, that is exactly what the Free Kick Foundation is doing with all these teams here.
Yeah.
And you see, of course, the camaraderie between the players, the passion, as you mentioned. I think that a lot of us, in the Caribbean, we may have played against regional teams. I think for the kids, it would be very exciting to see a different type of football, a different approach to the game. When you guys play after, you play first the Trinidad and Tobago team, Trinity City Nationals. Have you seen any of the football that they have played at all? Did you get a chance?
Yeah, we were lucky to not play yesterday, so we had the opportunity to watch the games. One of them being the Trinidad game. And yeah, really impressed. They've obviously played the Barbados representative team.
Yeah.
It was a bit of an unknown going into it, and obviously then the Trinidad boys, they turned it on. They were the penalty, and then I think number 11 scored arguably the goal of the tournament on the first day. I believe it was number 11. I might have got it wrong.
Number 20.
But
the 21. That was Harrison Parks.
Yeah, unbelievable. And I think that's got to be up there as the contender. If not the winner eventually, I'd imagine. So we were really impressed with the Trinidad team. I think they showed a lot of technical ability, tactical ability, as well as that kind of fight, that grit, that determination that kind of Caribbean sides are probably known for as well.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing Excel performance and Trinity City Nationals play after the game. We want to wish you luck in the game, but the game is more about camaraderie and interacting with people from different cultures.
Definitely.
So Jacob Toms, we look forward to seeing them after in the game right here on this pitch, and we hopefully going to have an exciting game. Thanks a lot, Jacob.
Perfect. Thank you.
So we're about to start the second half of the game between Lil Haiti and Vincy Ballers. We have seen Vincy Baller surprise Lil Haiti in the first half. Fresh legs and fresh passion, but Lil Haiti has made a couple changes to sort of switch it up a bit. Sebastian Pierre Jerome is on, and he seems like he came on with the intention of applying pressure on Williams in the middle of the field, who has been really orchestrating a lot of the attack. Monroe is Morian is behind it. One nice pass over the top, and Bruno does well to put it out. So now for the Vincy boys, Bishon Richards with a low corner, very dangerous. A head ball that falls into the hands of Nicholas Ricardo, who is ushered to go long, and he goes long in a very unique way on the ground. And it goes out to Junior. Junior with his left foot, trying to find a space, but it goes to Stowe, who gets it into Dalloway, keeps it in, but is even up. And then one back, Williams. This is going to be a battle between Williams and Sebastian in the midfield. Sebastian immediately from the whistle has let Williams know that it is not going to be easy. This half, he has apparently come in with the specific intention of applying pressure, and he is doing it well. So Lil Haiti, number 15, Pierre, goes long, he goes over the top. Junior was under it, but it's cleared out by Alexander, and a through ball that will not be permitted, but Dalloway puts it down, and now Laurent is behind it, and Laurent is looking to get in. Williams cannot get past. They go to Junior. Junior has the ball. He tries to go over the top. A nice ball. Stanley is behind it. Stanley comes back out to Laurent, who is not able to hold the tail. And then, I guess they call him Shaba, but that is the number 10 for the Vincy boys. Vincy moving that ball around well now. And they are urging Shaba to drive. He puts it inside. They're very composed. And it goes over the top. So, and it goes off the poor crossbar. And the referee is going to call. For a second, they thought it was out of danger. And close call for Nicholas Ricardo in goal. This Haiti team really, the Haiti team feeling the pressure, but they are not going to give anything up to Vinci at this stage. So they look deep. Pierre goes down, tries to put it over the top. It is headed out. Nobody has possession. Now Williams does, and he is not able to go Junior. Junior tries to go through his men, and it is cut out by Morian. And a few minutes with both teams struggling to take possession. And now Little Haiti come a bit deeper than maybe should have been.
Yeah.
So score here on the second day of the Free Kick Youth Cup in St. Lucia. Still 0-0 between Lil Haiti and Vincy Ballers in their first game for the tournament. This is Lil Haiti's second game for the tournament. They won their first game yesterday. Vincy Ballers moving that ball around very well now. Very confident. It's not easy to get past the Lil Haiti defense, but Vincy Ballers playing with a lot of confidence now. Players nicknamed Messi and Shaba, they definitely know what they're about. And it seems that Bruno goes down. He's in some amount of discomfort, but only momentarily. So he is back up. Shaba seems like the nickname for young Phillips, the playmaker for Vincy Baller, is Shaba. And from the spectators, it seemed like they have a lot of confidence in him, no doubt deservedly so. So that is not going to get past. And now the ball is back in the hands of Mozil, who looks for Stanley. It skips pass, never counts Stanley out, but this time he is unable to get around the Vinci defender. Stanley Guillaume, very impressive yesterday, not finding it as easy today with this Vinci team. Vinci, don't take that so. You have to work hard to get through, and they are showing, they are giving Guillaume a Vinci welcome, even though they're the ones that were here before. So it goes over the top to Laurent. Laurent is behind it, but Morian, who has been consistent in the back along with Matthias, does his job to get the ball out of danger for the entire game. Morian and Matthias have done a very good job of keeping that back line secure. But now it's going to be a corner attack. It's up in the air, and Laurent is behind it. Stanley. It goes into Jami. Jami to Shaba. Shaba decides to take them for a run. Shami plays a nice ball, but it is stopped by Mozil, who has a little miscommunication with Nicholas, who shows his frustration, but no doubt he is relieved that Shaba pass did not get through. Shaba has a lot of tricks. This time his trick will be to take another corner. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There will be games all week. Subscription and the bell notification will ensure you do not miss a game in the event that schedule changes or delays should occur. Of course, the subscribing will alert you. So we've seen a change now. On is number 7, Stephen Pear, as well as number 18, Edwards. So it's out, and Shaba is under it. It's collision, knee to knee. Shaba is down. Hopefully he will get back up shortly in a collision with Kenji, who is a tough contender and has been. Ball back out to number 3, Williams. Crosses it with his right foot, but it is rejected by Pierre, and Williams leaves it to his teammate to take. behind it. Shaba makes a nice touch. And a little trickery. There is both a Shaba and a Messi for this Vincy Baller team. Hopefully we'll get to see Messi come up against Lionel Riquelme. So Stanley has it. Stanley, referee says play on. And again, a lot of turns over Shaba. Can't get out of this spot here. It's very close to a wrestling match. But the referee in the end intervenes and he awards a free kick to the Vinci boys. Shaba behind it, gives a little back heel. And Bascom wrestling against two Little Haitian players. The referee calls it back as they were making a substitution, Little Haiti. So a misunderstanding and a foul in the end. So Davis applying pressure, maybe a little too much in this case. And Pierre will do the honors. Geraldo Pierre. And try to swing that up front for Stanley, who has, it bounces over, and it is, oh my goodness. There's so much to say about that. So much to say about that play. First of all, Junior putting himself in the ultimate position of sacrifice to get a header for the oncoming Stowe. And he was almost rewarded with a goal. Very tough player, Junior, but cleared off the line. These two central defenders, Matthias and Morian, not going down that easily. It's recovered, and now it's out. Williams on the break. He goes out wide. Benoit, wrong direction, comes back over. Nice touch just past the Shaba. Shaba's two men. Shaba crosses or shoots. Whichever it was very effective, and there's now a level of intensity by this Vincy Baller team. They are communicating not just that they want it, but they want it now. The question is, will number 4, Seju, Pierre, of course Bruno, and Benoit agree to that? In this case, Benoit does not. And he instead opts for a corner. The Little Haitian team, always very organized in defense. 4 defenders that are combination between fast and tall. So Bascom kicks it over. It comes out. Chavez behind it, but he won't get it. And Laurent, a little trickery, but not able to get past. They call Shaba. Shaba employs a bit of trickery. And Shaba, again, now coming into his own, influencing this game. And it is going to be a goal kick. Shaba very, very comfortable in that number 10 position. I feel like since I started calling him by his nickname Ashaba, he really started to come to life. Laurent doesn't fall as he wants. Bascom over the top, cute. Back inside by Bruno. And they are patient. Shaba under pressure. They keep it. Bascom looks for an option out. Long ball over the top. It looks good. Onto the chest, but not good enough. So now Mozil is ushering his teammates to get back control of the game. And it is going to be a goal kick for Little Haiti. This Little Haiti team having a lot of problems with Vincy Ballers. Vincy Ballers really looking like ballers now. It has been competitive for the duration, and so far this has been the longest we have gone without a goal in that tournament. Some trickery in the middle by Sebastian, who plays a lovely through ball to Laurent, and it is called offside by the referee. Sebastian really has sort of changed the game in the midfield there since coming on. Bascom to Williams. Williams passes it in. Shaba, maybe, no, not Shaba, but a little too much on that pass perhaps. By Pierre. Pierre still adjusting to the size perhaps. Both Pierre and Davis coming on. Bascom, is he able to keep it in? No. This player, sorry, been making an error. It's not Bascom, but Bishon Richards. The number 1 is so small, it could and has been mistaken for a 9, but it is in fact 19. Bishon Richards. Bishon Richards, Shava, and of course Williams in defensive midfield, really creating a lot of problems for Little Haiti. Little Haiti made some changes. They brought on, in the middle, they brought on Sebastian and they brought on Funidan to sort of shore up the midfield, and it seems to have helped. Vinci again on an attack over the top. The Mozil trying to find a way in. A little short and a crunching tackle. Referee says play on. Richards goes outside. And won by Benoit, and he is fouled. Referee considered playing on for a moment, but in the end he called it in favor of Benoit. Shava dropping back to the center. Mozil free and calling for it, trying to be discreet. He's all alone in the center circle, but Pierre goes long. And safely held by Stowe. He tries to come outside quickly, almost got away with it, but Bruno decided not today. So Thomas with the throw up line, and Vinci has it. Pierre over the top. Shaba tries to get it, he doesn't. It goes past Junior. Laurent is on the ball looking for options. He goes down the line to Junior, nice ball. And Matthias pursuing, almost baiting him, daring him to put a toe on that before he deals it, but he leaves it. And Josh Stowe will do the honors in the back. So Morian looking for his options, being patient, comes into Williams. Williams goes over the top, nice idea, a little too long, and Nicholas Ricardo is behind it, and he decides to go cross field. He looks for Benoit. Benoit jumps. The referee deems it a push in the back, which from our vantage it seemed to be. Alexander is down, and Morian will check on him before taking the free kick. Both teams wondering how it will play out here. This is, as I said, we are now an hour and 2 minutes into this game, and 62 minutes, and we have not seen a goal. This now sets the record in the Free Kick Youth Cup 2022 for the game that has run the longest period without a goal. Tournament has been very exciting so far. A lot of goals, some great goals. This one has all the excitement of the games that preceded it, but we are yet to see a goal. We have seen the ball come off the crossbar. We have seen Nicolas Ricardo make a wonderful save, pushing a early Williams shot over the bar. The Vincy Ballers team seem now to be in comfortable possession despite the pressure from Lil Haiti, but at the same time they have not been able to successfully penetrate the combination of Sejour and Pierre and Bruno and Bascom in that back four position. They're playing a lot of good possession, but in these last 30 minutes, their prime objective would be to try to penetrate the defense and put Nicolas Ricardo under some pressure. So Shaba is required to bring it back for Morian. He will leave the jobs to Williams, who has come back in a central defensive position. He plays it in. Accurate pass, but not the best of touches. However, it goes back to Vincy Ballers. Pierre on it. Pierre with a quick shot, and it goes into the hands of Nicolas. And Nicolas puts it to his opposite numbers too. And Williams again back in possession. Passes it straight into Pierre. Pierre with his back to the goal. Goes outside Morian. Morian passes it outside. And Lil Haiti win it. And now we are... Well, we had an attack foiled as Ferdinand wins the foul, and he will leave it to Pierre to find viable options for attack. He looks at Sebastian, probably one of the taller players in attack now. He looks at Laurent, the number 9, and Junior. He decides to go towards Junior, but it is not successful. Shava clears it out. Benoit is under it. Benoit protects the ball well with his strong upper body. He directs for a pass on the line, and Williams has taken a tablespoon and fed Benoit a bit of his own medicine. So it's always good to see players learning and emulating other players out here in this inaugural 2022 Free Kick Youth Cup in St. Lucia. So will we get a goal on this occasion? Will Lil Haiti prevail in this instance? Pierre gets it over, and it is headed out. It seems like it was headed out. No, the referee is saying it's a goal kick. And they leave it to Stowe. Stowe goes short. Maybe unexpected. Ooh, nervous moment. But Vinci prevailed. But they will not escape the throw. So Thomas ensuring safety in what otherwise was a tricky moment. Thomas again under it. Headed inside towards Junior. Is he able to get his foot on it? The answer is no. And Stowe takes charge. He goes up the center to Williams. They have a lot of confidence in him. Williams making a nice pass outside. And Shaba tries to come in. The referee allows the play to go on. Shaba is under some pressure. Seems to have a knee collision. Shaba is not happy about that. But he does win the free kick. And Thomas is going to, no, he's going to leave it to, Shaba, it seems. Shaba, the nickname for Shamron Phillips, tries a loose shot, and a deflection is going to go out. That was Matthias trying a shot from outside with his right foot, but it takes a deflection. He's going to throw. So who will be the first to break this deadlock? And Thomas leaves it for Matthias, who seems to be a long throw specialist. And Matthias positions himself, and it is in fact a long throw. They allow it to bounce, and Seju clears it to safety. Williams behind it. Referee calls a foul on Williams. And Vincy Ballers will have now an opportunity just outside the box that they will give Richards the responsibility to take. Richards, a very impactful play in the midfield for Vincy Ballers. He looks at his man, he goes low, and Nicholas had it covered, but it did look tentative for a moment. High ball up, and Shaba controls. He tries to play it inside, but it's cut out by Mozil. Williams tries a back heel. It's cut out by Bruno. Williams back in charge. Williams very composed, and he is able to change the play, but his teammate was not quite prepared for that level of skill exhibited. A skill and strength, quite frankly, exhibited by Williams. And Pierre has it. Pierre looks for a long pass inside, but the referee is indicating, it seems that maybe the ball was moving. Not quite sure what that call was, but they threw it again. No, he's telling him to go back. And Richards gets himself in the way effectively. And it's going to be another throw. Junior behind it, but he's going to pass the responsibility to Benoit. Mozil creeping up. Benoit goes in long. It's over Laurent. It's out by Matthias, and it's up in the air. Not quite out, but it's out now by Shaba. So Bruno looking for his options. He goes into Laurent. Laurent cannot protect. Shaba clears. Pierre comes back towards Seju, goes back to Ricardo, who keeps possession with Pierre, who comes outside. Bruno, and an errant pass. And Vinci has it, but Vinci immediately turns it back over. Ricardo looking for his options. He decides to change sides, but the two watchtowers of the Vincy Ballers defense, Matthias and over the top to Shaba, and Morian in the back, they are not giving Laurent any space at all. So Vinci back in possession, closed out by Benoit and Junior. Back in possession with Richards. Is he able to keep it? Yes, he does. He opens it up. They back out. Stanley caught on the wrong foot there by Matthias. Matthias into Shaba. Shaba is trying his best. He does well to control it. Seems to have Evo stick on his thigh, because that ball just seemed to stick to his thigh and as he kept to control. So Matthias is calling off Thomas. Matthias decides to go long again. Lanky figure, Williams goes inside. He goes long, headed over, not quite out of danger. Benoit comes around the back, and he is fouled. And it will be a free kick for Little Haiti that no doubt Pierre will kick. He has taken responsibilities for all the kicks in that location so far this game. Referee's telling him to take it back. Little Haiti now looking for something, looking to find a way, and pair goes over the top. It's towards Laurent, but that is both back-to-back, Matthias and Morian. Matthias and Morian, two names continuously called on this back line, doing human service in the center of the goal, breaking up the attack. It is very difficult to get around that pair. Morian goes outside to Alexander, and they possess it. The referee don't call it back, and they play it very quickly. Through ball that is not going to catch Bruno, and it's up in the air, and Matthias, as usual, safe. Very unique touchdown by Richards, and now a chance for Vinci, but Sebastian breaks it up. Sebastian taking the pressure, and the referee is getting a little heated now. Is getting a little heated, and now Alexander strikes what seems like one of the players losing his cool, perhaps. Not something we want to see. Either. We'll see what the referee says about that. Passion in these players getting the better of them, and he seems to have struck either Stanley Guillaume, and he gets an immediate red card, of course. It's a shame because he really was playing a good game, but he let the pressure get the better of him. Stanley, in these circumstances, may have done well, but not well enough according to the referee, believing that he may have provoked this action. His coaches calling him off, and Stanley is upset, I believe, being the one to receive the swing of Alexander. Now both teams will finish the match with 10 men. It's never something that we like to see in football. For the youth, the Free Kick Foundation is an organization that encourages positive development for youth in their communities, camaraderie and brotherhood. And hopefully these two players will put aside their passion while reconsidering their actions and come again in the next fixture that they will be available for, to really come back to that positive place to play this game we all love. So, Pierre in the meantime goes long. He tries to maybe go for goal, and it is going to go to the boundary for 4 runs over mid-wicket, as they say here in Darren Sammy Cricket Stadium, being used for football in this case. Morian with a nice through pass, but the tail of it was too short, apparently, for the winger to receive. And now they're going to make a change. Vinci, they are bringing on Tavonte Ford. Comes on, and Davis is going to get the rest he deserves, having played put in a solid shift for his Vincy Baller's team. Coach has a lot of substitutions, and no doubt will be using them to stay fresh. This is only the beginning of the journey, and of course coaches are mindful that they must in fact preserve the legs of these players for the duration of the tournament. So on the far end, we see Nicholas Ricardo seems to be down. He went down yesterday. His thigh was giving him a little trouble. Not sure if it was because of a collision or whether there's a bit of tightness in it. He experienced something very similar, and we'll see today if he is able to recover fully. Changes being made in the meantime. So just about 11 minutes, 10 or 11 minutes, actually just about 3 minutes left. I thought for a second that it was 90 minutes, but we remind viewers that these games are in fact 40 minutes a half, so 80 minutes in total. So just a few more minutes. Shaba meaning a bit too casual, but wins it back. Thomas trying to show a little bit of skill, but Sebastian not trying to hear about it. Sebastian attempts a shoulder to shoulder, but the referee describes it in his mind as a push from behind. And he awarded the free kick to Thomas, who somehow Williams with his long legs covers the ground where Shaba was not able to get it after Thomas went a little too long on the pass. So Thomas, will this be the first game without a goal? Shaba behind it. Shaba turns well, and then he does what in the breakdancing world we call a scramble. And there's a hustle in the middle. Little Haiti team asserting themselves in the midfield. Seju coming forward there, Mozil not letting them in. And the maestro, or maestros in this case, Richards and Shaba behind this one. Richards is showing that he wants it, but now all three bowlers, all three top bowlers on Vincy Baller, Shaba, Richards, and well, now Williams is walking away. We're behind that one. Richards and Shaba considering their options. In the end, it's going to be Richards. And Williams is not able. They call a foul. And that is Sebastian who is down. Again, tensions getting hot in this game. The referee is very quick, as well as the keeper, Stu, coming out. And the referee protecting the greater objective in this game of peace, and decides to call this on the button exactly when they should have, it seems. So no, he continues for a few minutes.
Do it here just now. Keep sure, take up the logo, I'm sure what's going on there. Yeah.